Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the Zero number 469 aluminum assembly connector threshold is what this is. This is a component used in an assembly of other components to create a custom threshold that you can use to solve an unusual condition that a standard threshold doesn't help you do. There is a link below this video to a document called Product Brochure, and if you would open that up, you'll see the 469. And we know this is the 469 because it's not only 2-inch, but because it's 1/8 of an inch out at the leading edge. There is a 269, which is the 1/4-inch tall version. The 469 would go elegantly with the 268 threshold component. You see some support bars, but on the left-hand side of that page, you see all of the ball-floated solid aluminum threshold sills that you can use with the rests or the finished-off bull-nosed pieces, along with the L-shaped versions, to take those threshold plates and set them down into the assembly to create a custom installation. I have had, here's a scenario. Tall building, they've got a gap in the concrete that's not insignificant, like a 1/2 inch. Unusual. But they do need to transition. You know, they've got two towers that have been mixed or that have been built together, but they need to allow some fluctuation. The threshold assembly they've been able to use with some success to get the 268 sort of concept, pardon me, the 469 concept, to bridge over that material that needs to have a very small amount of movement to it. Okay, and that's where that plate will come in. Also, the L-angled material I've had clients use with great success when they have needed to transition between an unusual flooring condition on a door to a sill that drops off down to a sidewalk or an alley circumstance. Restaurant loading dock door. The door is literally 6 inches off the alley surface. That stone sill is very worn with age, with use, years and years and years of use. Putting a threshold there over the front of the area that's degraded is not a super code compliant application because you can still see it right under the threshold. So I've had clients that have been able to mitigate that worn sill, but they've been able to dress it off by using the L-angle style, come with the ball fluted threshold plate, and then dress it off with the rest, and then using the 268 or the 269 or the 469 riser or support piece for that. Okay, this is going to be available in any length that you need. It's listed in the website in lots of different lengths. If you have need for a custom length, by all means let us know by ordering the next longest piece or pieces, and simply indicate in the comment field the net length that you need us to cut the material back to. That will save you the work of having to trim the material. Probably not a big deal to cut a piece of aluminum, but you might discover that if you're building a 14-inch wide assembly that you don't have the capacity on your tool to cut a 10-inch wide piece of solid aluminum. So if you have need for a custom length, order the next longest piece or pieces and indicate in the comment field the net length that you need, and we'll be happy to supply it. Also is going to come undrilled, and that's standard for this material. Will include screws. They look like they're about a number 8 by 1.5 inches or so, flathead sheet metal screw. If you would like for us to drill it, indicate that as well. We'd be able to we'd be happy to provide it that way for you. Not a problem. Installation instructions, you know, there's really not anything appropriate about this that's included. It basically is telling you measure it, cut it, install it. Yeah, understood. Thresholds are indeed a fairly straightforward endeavor to get the material installed properly. So if you have any questions on that, feel free to reach out and we'll be happy to add our opinion to it. However, what's not opinion is the most important thing really to get material installed is the integrity of the anchors. Now, Zero can supply lead anchors, with machine screws. And lead anchors with machine screws are the most potent combination to keep a threshold in place, because what are you doing? You're not only stepping on it, putting the weight of use over it, but you're also making lateral movement, especially in those instances where you have a bump-up style threshold. So you've got this action, you've got this action, all working together to defeat the screws that are holding it down. And who hasn't walked over a unsecured threshold or something that's come loose with time? Certainly started off where you've got a flathead anchor that I had shown you earlier, where the installer didn't drill and countersink a hole, they just drilled a hole. So now you've got a flathead screw sitting literally on top of the threshold. That's a recipe for failure. So anchors are the best way to go. If you have need for some custom anchors, we can supply those to you. Reach out to our sales department. Finally, there's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Zero products that we sell, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. If you have any questions on the Zero, part number 469A, threshold riser assembly, or any other Zero product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.